أيها المسلمون, in the winter time, there is a great opportunity for a believer to increase in faith and to strive to obtain the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to seek His pleasure. And that is because from the greatest means to obtain the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to seek His pleasure is to establish the obligatory actions in a manner prescribed, and then after that to strive against one's soul to increase in the non-obligatory actions. And from the best and most virtuous non-obligatory actions, the night prayer. Standing in the night prayer, reading the book of Allah, and likewise fasting in the daytime. Fasting in the daytime and checking the soul, checking the desires, seeking the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in the winter time, walillahi alhamd, the night times they're long, so it's very easy for a believer who is sincere and makes effort to strive against his soul to stand in the night prayer. The nights are long. A believer, he is able to take his rest a portion of the night and likewise to stand another portion. This is from the beauty of Islam and the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He has placed opportunities throughout the season to draw near to Him. And from that is the winter time. And likewise in the daytime as well, the days they are short and the weather is nice and it's cold and it's easy for a person to fast. So this is a great opportunity in these days to strive to establish the religion, to establish the deen, to establish the obligations in one's life, and likewise to increase in drawing near to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by the non-obligatory actions, specifically in the night prayer. Specifically in the night prayer, established in the witr in one's life, and likewise fasting in the daytime according to one's ability. According to one's ability, from the greatest and most noble traits of the righteous, and from the most distinguishing characteristics of the people of the Quran is that they stand in the night prayer. Is that they stand in the night prayer, reading the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala humbly, begging Him for forgiveness and hoping for His mercy subhanahu wa ta'ala, standing and likewise in ruku' and sujood, calling on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in their state of being, and likewise calling on Allah and hoping for the blessing of this life and the hereafter, standing in the night prayer. It has been connected by Abu Dawood wa Ashab al-Sunan from the hadith of Ali radiyallahu anhu that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, Ya Ahl al-Quran, Ya Ahl al-Quran awtiru, fa inna Allah witrun yuhibbul witr. Ya Ahl al-Quran, awtiru, O people of the Quran, pray the witr prayer. O people of Quran, pray the witr prayer. فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ وِتْرٌ يُحِبُّ الْوِتْرِ. Because indeed Allah, He is witr. Meaning Allah Azza wa Jal, He is one. And there is nothing like Him, nor resembling Him subhanahu wa ta'ala whatsoever. He is one. There is nothing comparable to Him in any aspect. Subhanahu wa ta'ala وَيُحِبُّ الْوِتْرِ. And He loves the witr. He loves the witr prayer subhanahu wa ta'ala, and for this reason He has legislated it. And likewise, He loves those who establish it subhanahu wa ta'ala, and for this reason the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was to establish the witr prayer in every situation, in every circumstance, and he will never leave it sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, whether if he was a resident or even while he's traveling. It's from those non-obligatory actions that he persistently and consistently would perform sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And it's from the best traits of the believers to stand in the night prayer, from the greatest means to enter paradise. وَصَلُّوا بِاللَّيْلِ وَالنَّاسِ نِيَامٌ, and pray in the nighttime while the people are sleeping. From the means of obtaining the love of Allah and the mercy of Allah, and to enter paradise, and to be distinguished in one's faith, and to truly carry the book of Allah Azza wa Jal and uphold its rights, is to establish the night prayer in one's life. Is to establish the night prayer in one's life.